70 to 72.9. Would you like a copy of it?
Sure.
Let me get you a copy of it. There you go. California Harbor Code.
Oh yeah?
Please read it.
Sure. Harbor of Safe Refuge. Yeah. Cool.
What is your name?
Deputy Halleck.
Hello, Deputy Halleck.
Yep. For Safe Refuge. Okay.
Includes Marina Del Rey.
Yeah, it does.
And it says that no harbor that accepts money from, not yours, you can keep it. No harbor shall refuse a vessel.
Right.
This is a vessel.
Yes.
It's fully registered.
Mm-hmm.
It's fully operational.
It is not fully operational.
How do you know?
Because you told them your engine doesn't work. You don't know how to do your sales.
I never said that.
You
I don't know how to do sales.
navigate.
I never said that.
You were 40 yards offshore off Santa Monica.
I never said anything.
Okay. So your vessel is fully operational.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Cool. So you can start it up and go out to the anchorage?
Nope.
No? Why not?
Under the harbors and navigation code 70 to 70.2.
Right. Safe Refuge, right? Is there a small craft up right now? Is there a gale? Is it not safe out on the ocean? I'm asking. Is your interpretation of anything outside the harbor is unsafe? Because if your vessel can't handle the ocean outside of the harbor, am I right? I'm asking the question. Do you choose not to answer?
I already answered.
Okay. So is it unsafe outside the harbor?
I already answered it.
Okay.
Asked and answered.
So it's unsafe outside the harbor?
I already answered when I came and I gave you that code.
You came and gave me that code acting like that answered all of my questions. It doesn't answer all of my questions. So you're saying your vessel is perfectly sound and you are able to sail it safely anywhere?
Because I don't think you read it.
I read it. Safe harbor. That means if it's unsafe outside the harbor,
no county or district shall exclude for refuge. Okay?
yes.
Refuge. Hazardous times.
Refuge. That means there is something to seek refuge from.
It says hazardous conditions mean any condition that could adversely affect the safety of the et cetera, of the structure or shore area. This condition could include, but not limited to, explosion, grounding, leaking, damage, illness of a person on board, or manning shortage.
Okay. So you have a single-man sailboat. Are you saying that you have a manning shortage?
I'm saying...
Because if you're saying you have a manning shortage, then you're saying that you are not a capable mariner and not able to handle this vessel on your own.
Under the conditions right now, I'm telling you that it is the temperature, the coldness, everything that happened here. I'm saying that
everything that happened here. What everything that?
You know, I don't want to belabor the point here.
Well, we're trying to understand why you're sitting at our docks.
I don't know. They told me here.
So you don't want to be here?
I want to be over at the paid slip.
You can't be there. The parks already said you're not allowed to be there anymore.
No, they never said that.
Yes, they did.
When?
Today.
They never told me that.
You were served with a refusal.
I was?
You applied to have one of those dock spaces, correct?
Where do you get that information?
From Chase Park.
Oh, okay. Well, they're not giving you all the information.
Okay. So they denied your stay at Chase Park, and you want to go back, even though they told you you aren't allowed back there.
Well, I guess you don't know what I gave them. Do you know what I gave them?
I don't know what you gave them.
Should I tell you what I gave them?
Sure.
Well, I don't know if you'd believe me.
Well, I'll try.
Okay, I gave them an appeal.
You gave them an appeal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what is their appeals process?
I'm waiting to hear from them. They never told me.
So is there something in their paperwork that says you have the right to an appeal?
I told you what I gave them, and that's it.
Right, so you gave them an appeal, but nothing in their paperwork that you're aware of says that you have the right to an appeal to their decision.
Are you familiar with the U.S. Constitution?
I am familiar with the U.S. Constitution.
Okay, tell me what area of Constitution I should be referring to.
You shouldn't be referring to any parts of the U.S. Constitution.
Why not?
Because they have the right to refuse service.
Are you a sworn officer?
Yes.
Do you uphold the Constitution of the United States?
I sure do.
Do you know what due process is?
Yes.
And you don't know what...
Due process is in relation to what? Because you think you have due process to somebody else's business? You think you have due process if they tell you that, no, you can't stay here, you think you have the right to an appeal? In court, yes, you have the right to an appeal, 100%. That's what due process is referring to, a court of law. That's not a court of law. That's them telling you you can't stay there. Do you understand?
I hear what you're saying.
Okay. All right. So if nothing, what you need to do is get a hold of the paperwork that you submitted and look on there and see if it says that you have a right to an appeal. If it says you have a right to an appeal, then that's something that you'll have to take up in court with Chase Park. You see what I'm saying? I don't know if it says that on the paperwork or not. I've never seen the paperwork from Chase Park. Do you know?
I do not know.
Okay. None of us have seen the paperwork from Chase Park, so we don't know if it says you have the right to an appeal. If you have the right to an appeal, awesome. But you have to take that up with Chase Park.
How do you know I didn't already?
You said you submitted the appeal.
That's right.
Right. So did you already take that up with them? Did you talk to somebody, or did you just drop off paperwork today?
I already told you again, I submitted an appeal.
When did you submit the appeal?
I don't have the exact time. Probably...
Was it today? That's all I need to know.
Yes, it was today.
Okay. So you submitted an appeal today.
I think it was probably about 11 o'clock-ish, something like that.
Okay. So you submitted an appeal today.
Mm-hmm.
But until the appeal is done, what are your rights as far as being able to stay at the park? Did you pay?
I'm not an attorney. I'm not qualified to answer that question.
Right, and I'm not either. That's why I was asking you.
I already told you I'm not qualified to answer that question.
Okay. Did the paperwork say anything that you can stay there while you appeal?
You said you didn't see it, and
Well, I
so
don't know
no one
what the
said yes.
paperwork said. That's why I'm asking you. You're the one who filled out the paperwork.
I don't think I need. That's the business between me and the park.
Right.
Yeah, so you don't need to know that.
As of right now, the reason you were brought here is because you were found with your sails in the water, 40 yards offshore, and had to be woken up by Santa Monica Harbor Patrol lifeguards. Well, I don't know if they're lifeguards or not.
They're Harbor Patrol.
Harbor Patrol. You had to be woken up because you were dragging anchor. Are we copacetic so far? So your sails were in the water and you were dragging anchor. When you tried to start your motor, it didn't work. We were advised by the lifeguards that you didn't have a pull cord for your motor. If your sails aren't working and you don't have a pull cord for your motor, that tells me that this boat is not seaworthy right now and it needs to get fixed. And I'm all good with that. So it can stay here until it gets fixed. We're not impounding it, as far as I know. We could store it here, unless you make arrangements to store it somewhere else.
We can store it for free.
Well, and that's something he'll have to take up with Sergeant Carlson. But that's where you're at right now. It's not a seaworthy vessel. It floats, that's about it. You understand what I'm saying?
I heard what you're saying.
Cool. What do you need to get off the boat for tonight? Because you can't stay on it.
By what law and what authority are you telling me I cannot stay on my own boat?
Because your boat is in our impound at the sheriff's station.
I didn't tow it here.
No, you didn't.
You're more than welcome to take it off our docks.
Can you take it off the docks? Can you get it anywhere else? Can you call Cito or anybody else to come and get it off of our docks?
You have the code that I gave you.
Yes. So this isn't considered refuge right now.
The
This is considered storage.
The Coast Guard asked to have you come in, or to have me brought in. They told me that the sheriff refused to take me over to the dock.
The Coast Guard?
Yes, the lifeguard.
The lifeguards. Okay.
They're Coast Guard.
No, they're not.
They're
Well,
LA County lifeguards. They're
okay,
not Coast Guard.
those county lifeguard requested to bring the vessel in, and they told me that the sheriff refused to let the vessel come into the Chase Park.
It's not
That's
quite how that works.
Nope. That's not how that
They
worked
asked-
at all.
They asked where they could take you, and we said there's not a small craft. He can go out to I-Basin unless he has a slip in the marina.
well, that's not what they told me. So, you weren't there.
I was
So
the one talking to him.
okay, well, I don't know. Do you record the conversation?
I don't need to.
No, not on Channel 16. We do not record
Oh,
conversations.
okay.
But
So you
We asked them to put you at Bologna.
refuse. What is your name?
Deputy Zabakursky.
Deputy Zabakursky. So you refused them to bring the boat over to Chase Park.
no,
No.
we told them to set your anchor at Bologna Creek Anchorage. They said you didn't have enough anchor line to safely anchor out there.
That's what they said.
Do you think you have enough anchor line to safely anchor out at Bologna Creek Anchorage?
I don't know what you tell. I don't know what safe line. What you're considering safe line.
What do you consider safe line?
I'm
You're
asking
the
you.
mariner on the boat. You're the captain of the vessel. What do you consider safe line? What is the appropriate amount of road
Well, I don't think
for
I'm.
an anchor?
I don't think I'm required to tell you that.
Well, you're not required to tell me that. I'm asking you a question.
I
A
don't-
basic mariner question.
I'm not going to tell you that because I'm not. I don't
Because
think
you
I
don't
need
know
to tell you
the
this.
answer?
I said it. I'm not. I don't think I need to tell you that answer.
Okay. You don't need to tell me that answer. But do you think you have enough line to set an anchor out at Bologna Creek Anchorage? In your opinion.
You asked me that again. So, is there anything else you want to talk about?
Sure.
What?
You need to get your stuff off of the boat and you need to vacate the boat. If
By-
it's going to be in our impound, either that or you need to find a way to get the boat somewhere else.
By what law and what authority are you telling me to vacate?
Because you're in our impound. If somebody's
This is
sleeping
a
in a
restricted
car and we
area.
tow it to an impound, they don't get to keep sleeping in their car. This is a secure area. You're not allowed to be here without supervision.
I didn't ask to be brought here.
I understand that. Do you have a way to get somewhere else?
I did not ask to be brought here. I asked them to take me to the marina slips.
The docks at Chase Park.
Yes.
Yes, you're not allowed to be there.
Well, I don't have any paperwork. I don't have any serve. There's nothing that says that I can't be there.
You dealt with them today, yes? You talked to them today? What did they tell you today? Did they tell you, no, go ahead and hang out? Otherwise, I mean, you would still be there if they had said that. You wouldn't have been offshore over by Santa Monica if that was the case. You were there all day. Why would you leave? That doesn't make any sense, does it? The only reason you would leave is because they told you to leave. Do you understand the line of logic I'm going on here?
I do not agree with that line of logic.
You don't agree with it or you don't understand it?
I do not agree with your line of logic. It's fallible.
Is it? So what other reason would you have for leaving that dock with a boat that doesn't work?
I don't think I do need to tell you that.
Okay. Don't play games. All right. Awesome.
Good night.